And I hate to agree with Senator Feingold, but I think that if Osama bin Laden is sitting back right now looking at this thing, in effect, we're kind of bankrupting this country. We are doing, we're eating our seed corn. We've got some really big problems today, and we're in a recession, and God only knows how long we're going to be in it. So it seems to me that there's some urgency that we need to pray a little bit harder to get them to understand that we're going to be on our way out. And some of us have talked about this, and what we think we need to have is a surge of diplomacy during this period of time. The witnesses that were in last week said that we should take advantage of this 10-month period between this administration going out and the next one coming in. And if we don't do it in terms of diplomacy, if we don't sit down with the Syrians and the Saudis and the Egyptians and tell them, hey, guys, we're on our way out. We have to leave here because of our own financial situation, and we're stressed out to the point where we've got to do this. Now, understand this. And it's not in your best interest to see the thing blow up. It's time for you to step in and start taking some action and bringing people together. And I also believe that in terms of this administration, we got lots of problems around the world, but I just finished a book by a kid named Miller about the much too promised land, and talked about where we really made some difference, and that was when we got somebody in our government involved on a full-time basis. Condoleezza Rice should get together with you guys, and she should work day in and day out to let them know, folks, we're on our way out. And I just wonder, do you understand that? That's where we're at? We have somebody sitting across the table here, maybe the next president of the United States. And the American people have had it up to here. And we appreciate the sacrifice that you've made and your families have made. Lives have changed forever. But the truth of the matter is, and I'm sure your guys and women understand it, do you know something? We haven't sacrificed one darn bit in this war. Not one. Never been asked to pay for a dime, except for the people we lost. And I'd like to know, what do you think about the idea of really coming up with a surge during this next 10 months and let them know, it's going to be over here, folks, and you better get at it.
Well, Senator, look, I appreciate the sense of frustration that you articulate. I share it. I kind of live it every day. I mean, the reality is, it is hard in Iraq, and there are no light switches to throw that are going to go dark to light. It's going to be. But
don't you think if we said, folks, we're going to leave? We hear that. But we are going to leave.
Well, first, with respect to the region, we have been sending that message, and that's why my testimony was written the way it was. We do need to see the region, particularly the Arabs, step forward. That's a message that's been sent by the President and the Vice President during their visits to the region over the last couple of months. They do need to understand that they have an interest here, and that staying disengaged is dangerous for Iraq, it's dangerous for the world, and it's dangerous for the Arab world in particular. Now, again, with respect to the frustration you articulate, and these are not decisions we make. These are decisions that you will make, as well as others. If you decide, as I said in my testimony, if we decide that we just don't want to do this anymore, then we certainly owe ourselves a very serious discussion of then what? What are the consequences? Because my experience in the Middle East, which goes back a lot longer than I care to remember, frankly, are that things can get really, really bad indeed. So we've got to have a pretty sober discussion as to what the consequences of alternative courses of action are.